All right, so let's kick off. You're welcome, Bethel. Welcome, Chukwudi. Welcome, and the other two persons who left. I think Kevin and I don't know who the last person is. Okay, so we will proceed with what we have for today. Now, how many of us here from the home study we did have a good understanding of HTML? HTML. You have a good understanding of HTML.
I actually said earlier I learned HTML on Free Code Camp, so
yes.
I really don't.
So okay, so better okay. Better raise this hand. If you learned it, you can raise your hand like better. Okay, so who here doesn't have a good understanding enough of HTML? If you know you can do one or two things with HTML, raise your hands. Okay, 3 hands raised. Francis. Your hand is not raised. Kevin. Can you hear me, Kevin and Francis? Hello? Can every other person hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So I want to believe that HTML, since we have 3 out of the 5 people who are currently here, I want to believe that, well, we have a good understanding of HTML and CSS. So, however, because we want to carry everybody along, we would be rushing up the whole thing on HTML and CSS so that we can move straight to JavaScript and then to full web and mobile application development, right? So that said, you have all created your account on CodePen. Who here hasn't created an account on CodePen? Anybody here hasn't created an account on CodePen? Okay, so what it means is that everyone here has an account on CodePen. So we're going to just delve into CodePen. I'm going to share my CodePen screen, and then we are going to talk a little. We're just going to rush down on everything that has to do with HTML. And for today, I'm going to be making use of W3 Schools. How many of you know W3 Schools? If you know W3 Schools, let me. Okay, great. It's a great. It's an awesome tool. And it's one of the tools we will be using as for reference purpose here at Tribe Square for this whole program. So let's get right to it. Hold on, I'll be sharing my screen now so you can see. Okay, so you can see this. Okay, can you see my CodePen screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. Okay, great. We are still on CodePen from your end, right?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so great. Now, so let's just talk about CodePen a little bit. For those of us who do not know how to use CodePen, before we delve into using the text editor, which we'll be using here. Who's this? Okay. Before we delve into using the text editor that we are going to be making use of here, which is Sublime or Visual Code, that's VS Code rather, we are going to be making use of CodePen. So CodePen is a great tool. You can easily do 1 or 2 things and see it immediately. So we're going to be making use of that. Now, HTML, basically, for those of you who have done HTML, can you tell me what you understand about HTML? Samuel Obadino, tell me what you know of HTML. Everybody's going to tell me what they know of HTML. It will give me an in-depth knowledge of what you really know on HTML. Okay, so let's start with Samuel. Okay, so Samuel.
Hello.
Yes, I can
Can you
hear
hear
you.
me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So on HTML, I did the HTML crash course on the platform I was using earlier on, and
Okay.
that was I can make use of the paragraph element, how to make use of HTML to link to external and anchor pages, to anchor elements, the
Okay.
basic HTML, the ordered lists, the unordered lists, the text field and the placeholder, creating a form element, radio box, checkboxes, the button, and the HTML div element.
Okay.
Yes. So,
Okay, seems like you're looking into a book or something.
yeah. I have a jotter where I had to jot every of my reading. So it's actually
Okay.
much more helpful when I make use of those jotter and refer to things.
Okay, that's great. Okay, we're going to come to CSS later. All right, so Chukudi, tell me what you know about HTML.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, Chukudi.
Okay. It's basically a rundown, just like he earlier said, the P tags. HTML is more like the blueprint of whatever you are going to do on the web page. It's more like the framework from which to build. So at least I'm familiar with the tags, most of the tags. I can build form, the checkboxes, radio boxes, input, comments, the header tags, the paragraph tags. So I'm familiar with it to an extent.
All right, great. All right, so okay, that's great. Bethel, Emmanuel, your turn.
Hello?
Yes, your turn. So tell us.
Okay. Well, basically, I know virtually most of the things. I think in HTML, I'm close to 75-80% okay. I know
80%.
how to use 75 to 80%.
Okay, that's awesome.
Okay. I can create a contact form. I can also link one page to another. There's this little project I did on my own where I created a small HTML drop-down menu, and then in each of it links you to another page, a blank page, and then there's all you can click the home page and it takes you back to that particular page. I also know how to use the various tags, the progress tags, the anchor tags, the especially in HTML. I think I'm a bit okay with HTML. The tables, the links, I'm quite okay with HTML.
Okay, that's good. Okay, that's awesome. All right. Next person, Francis. Can you hear me, Francis? Francis? Francis, unmute your mic. If you're talking, I can't hear you. Unmute your mic. Okay, I'll just unmute you from here. Okay, we're just going to move to the next person. I don't know. Jeremiah. Jeremiah, can you hear me? Your turn now. All right, I know that I should not be asking.
But I can hear you.
Yeah, I know I should not be asking you now because you won one of our prizes, right?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, but go on. Just for the sake of every other person, let me know what your skill level is with HTML. Okay, go on, please, Jeremiah. Let us know what you can do with HTML. Whoa! Wow, your network is bad. Hello?
I think his network is bad.
Yes, your network is bad, so bad.
You mean I should rate my skills on HTML?
Yes. Just tell me what you know, what you do not know with HTML. Yeah, but we can't hear you properly. Your network is quite bad. So tell us what you know, what you do not know.
Okay.
Yeah. I think since we probably know ourselves, or to an extent, we might want to, yes, exactly, so that you don't have, once your video, you have both video and voice on, it might drag your data. And you know, in Africa so far, we are still struggling with this. So you might want to um, turn off your video. Okay, but so Jeremiah, go on, please.
Everyone.
Okay, okay, okay,
On that HTML,
okay.
I know quite a few.
All right, Jeremiah,
Like,
chat us up. Use the chat box. Use the chat section. Chat us up. Your network is quite bad, so use the chat. Right? Okay, so Samuel, I've asked Samuel. Smog, Olufola, huh? Can you hear me?
hear me?
Yeah, I can
All right.
hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. So your turn. Let us know what you know.
Yeah,
HTML.
HTML is a upper-text markup language. It's a markup language for building web pages.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go on.
You make use of the elements and tags for building a web page, like the paragraph tags, the anchor tags for creating links,
Okay.
and there are a lot of tags for building. HTML is basically meant for building a web page.
Okay.
That's all I can say. Let me just cut it short because of time.
Okay, it's fine. All right, finally.
So there are
Okay.
image tags, anchor tags, paragraph tags. You create like a form. You can create like a table, the list item for creating like a list item, another list, and so on.
Okay. All right, great. Okay, let's hear Francis. Francis.
All right.
Yeah, Francis. Yeah, Francis, go on. Is your network bad as well? Hello? Francis? Okay, okay. All right. I think his network is bad. So we're just gonna move forward. By the way, let us welcome Adeneko Wonderful, our mentor, our #1 mentor. Sir, you're welcome, sir. Greet us, sir. Wonderful. Hello, can you hear me? Wonderful. Can anybody hear me? Is it my network? Can anybody hear me now?
Yeah, we can all hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, okay.
I can hear you. I can.
Okay, all right. Thank you, guys. Okay, so wonderful. Can you
All
hear
right.
me? Okay, so we'll just move on. It's probably still setting up. Okay, so it's fine. Everybody knows HTML to an extent. Just that we don't have one more person here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's someone that is missing here. Kevin is missing here. I don't know. I think his network is bad.
Wrong.
So,
Am I wrong?
okay, yes, I can see you. Wonderful. So we have got to this point where I asked everyone what their current level of HTML is, and it seems like everybody has a basic understanding of HTML. So I really want to get to another level of CSS, asking about CSS, so that we know what to really start on. So we probably will start with a project. How wonderful is that? Starting a class with a project. It's wonderful, I think. So CSS.
That'll be cool.
Yes, CSS. Let's quickly just you will just tell me in in a ratio of between 1 and 10 what you think your skill level in CSS is, right? Then we'll move on to the next thing. So we're just going to start with the first person here. Bethel, what's between 1 and 10? What's your skill level in CSS? Quickly.
4.5.
4.5. Chukudi. Chukudi. Chukudi.
5.0.
5.0. Ah, this is like first class. So. All right. So Samuel Obadino.
6 to 7.
6 to 7. All right. So Francis, can you hear me now, Francis? Francis. Okay. Jeremiah. CSS, Jeremiah. Okay. Jeremiah is so you're yes, Jeremiah. Between 1 and 10, what's your how can you rate yourself CSS?
I don't know if you can hear me.
5?
I didn't hear what was the question?
Between 1 and 10, let's hear what do you rate yourself in CSS? How do you rate yourself? Between 1 and 10.
6.
6. Okay, great. Olufolahon.
I would say like 6 or 7. Between 6 and 7.
People are bad now. Everybody are bad now. Is there anybody here who hasn't said a thing except Francis? Francis, I don't know if you can hear me. You can use the chat in case you can't hear. I will check the chat. Okay, somebody has said something. Sorry about my network. Okay, that's Jeremiah. Okay. So since we are all good with from what I can see, we are all good with HTML and CSS to an extent. I think how we're going to really do this is we're going to work on a little project. We're going to just try and identify something little. And I think basically we can make use of CodePen is really for the starting. I don't think we probably will be going with CodePen now since a lot of us can do HTML and CSS. In this program, we really want to be as fast as we can. So if everybody agrees that we know a whole lot of things in some certain areas, I think we can speed it up some more, right? So that we can get to the level where we can actually build real products. Is that fine, everyone?
Yeah,
okay.
It's fine.
Okay, so how many of us can make use of our text editor? How many of us have Visual VS Code or Sublime?
Yeah, I have both.
Okay.
I have both.
Is there anybody who doesn't have any here?
I have both.
Okay, because it was part of the things that Wonderful sent to you, right? That you need for our class.
Yes.
For our classes.
Yeah.
Okay, so awesome. All right. So I am trying to get something little here. Hold on a while. Wonderful. Over to you for now. Over to you, please. While I get something that we can just check out, and then we'll see how we can start building it from scratch. But it's over to you. I mean, this is your class. I am just helping you out. Hello, Wonderful. Hello, Wonderful. Okay, I think network is still bad. Okay. Hold on, guys. Where is this thing? Okay. So there was this assignment we gave to some of our students, offline students. Yeah, so we made offline a model as well. So we try to teach offline as well because our goal is to get 1 million by 2030, right? So we have a lot of work to do, and we started doing it. Okay, so we are going to look at something as basic as what I'm going to be sending to you now. I have a link I'll be sending to you right now. So you guys should come on the chat, and then we're going to work on that. And I will send you the link right now. You can access it, and then we'll see how we build this together. I'll ask some questions, and then we can proceed. Okay, so here it is on the chat. Hold on, it is coming. It is coming. So can you see the link on the chat now, everyone? So access that link. Yes, access that link. It will take you to, I'm going to share my screen as well, so you can see what I'm talking about. So, okay, can you see my screen? You can see something called Gomet AU here. Gomet or Catherine, Le Catherine.
Yeah.
Yes, all right. Now, since we have knowledge of HTML and CSS, it means that we will break this down. We'll try and analyze this, and then we're going to build it, right? We're going to build it to a little, maybe a little here, and then every other person is going to take it as our first classwork for this class, since we already know HTML and CSS to an extent. So we just need to prove your understanding some more. Okay, so I'll be asking some questions before Wonderful comes. Wonderful, please, when you come on board, let me know. I don't know if you're on board. Let me know that you're here. Okay, so from this picture, who can analyze this page? Who can tell us what we really require to get this thing done? HTML, and then somebody else is going to do for CSS. Anybody? Let's start with people that say that they have 6 to 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, so those people probably want to start.
The question again, please.
Yes, we are trying to analyze this page. So I want someone to tell us the elements and the tags or whatever we need to achieve.
Do we need to raise our hands?
You know, just start to say. I mean, okay, maybe raise your hand and then I'll pick someone for HTML first. Okay, so Samuel, quickly. We don't have so much time. I hope you guys have like a jotter and a biro close to you. Although we are going to give you this video at the end of this period. But then I need you guys to have like a jotter so you can take notes where necessary. Okay, so continue, Samuel.
So the little knowledge I have with HTML, I can't say I'm too proficient in this, but you guys should just be with me. Here I have a navigation link.
Okay.
We have the Gomet Catherine. I think that should go for the title. So I don't know what should I call it this time. We have a nav link having the normal. Possibly if we could have a logo there, there should be a logo there. And then we have a link here about us, mail and contact.
Okay.
So I think the links works with the normal URL, the unordered lists.
Okay.
Which would which has been styled here.
Okay. Okay. So what we might do is you might want to share your screen. I don't know. You might be trying to analyze something and we're not seeing.
Okay.
So, do you know how to share your screen? I will pause my screen.
Yes, I choose.
Your screen. All right. So my screen is currently paused. So you might want to share your screen so we can all see.
No, I have here. You cannot share your screen while other user participant is sharing.
Yeah. Mine is paused now. Or let me stop it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So you can share yours now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, can we all see my screen now?
Yeah.
Can we all see my screen?
Yeah, I can see your screen.
Okay. I have here. There's a over styling. This ash color that once your mouse touches it, brings out this another color. It's more of an over styling stuff.
Okay, so you're
And
supposed to talk about you're supposed to talk about HTML.
HTML, okay.
Yes, the
Okay, yeah.
structure of HTML ones.
Okay, sorry. Maybe I went off grid, sorry.
It's fine.
Okay, so we have the nav, the unordered list. We have a div here which carries the image, another div which carries maybe 2 divs or so. I think it should be about 2 divs we had, which has the image and the normal about catering, all these stuffs we have inside it.
Okay.
So, and then right underneath we have an horizontal line. This
Okay.
tag which is tagged HR. I don't know. So we have another div here. I think there should be 1 or 2 ways to do this.
Okay.
So right here we have another horizontal line here, which we can all see before the contact, and we have the normal styling and the normal tags. I don't know if it is H2 or H3 also, and the normal P tags, and the contact us box, which possibly might come with another div. So I think that is what I still know. And we have and this is the footer.
All right.
Powered by CSSW.css. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So basically, what I wanted to hear is that we have like the header, right, or the nav, which is the first thing you see.
Yeah, we have the head. Yeah.
Right, and then we have like the body, which contains this image.
Yeah, the body.
Right, and contains a whole lot of things down. Then we have the footer, right, and in the body we have several sections. In the body we have several sections. Okay, can you unshare your screen so that I can just share mine? Okay, thank you so much, Samuel. Okay, thank you so much, Samuel. Okay, where is my screen? Hold on, guys. My screen is missing. Okay, so I'm here. Yeah, so you can see this, right? What can you see now, guys? Hello? Can you see my screen?
Blank, a white blank.
You can only see a white background.
White background, blank background.
Okay, hold on a bit. Hold on. Okay. So okay, so you should be able to see this screen now. Are we still together, guys? Okay, so I was trying to say that
yeah, you can see it.
All right, so I was trying to say that we have the navigation bar, and then we have which is like the heading, right? When you say heading in this case, it's not head. It's, you know that in your HTML structure you have what? HTML, then you have your head, which contains your title and other meta tags and some configurations for your markup language. Then you have your body, right? Your body is a sibling of your head, you know. So the HTML tag has both the head and the body. So, but that's not the head I'm talking about. I'm talking about something called heading, right? Or we'll just leave it as nav for this particular scenario. So we have the nav here, nav bar here, and then we have the body, which consists of several sections. This section, then we have this section, then we also have this section, a lot of sections before we get to the footer. Now, basically, this is clear. And like you know, HTML is usually for giving a little structure to your web page, but CSS is what really gives life to it, right? CSS gives life to your code. So before we move to CSS, or before we do a whole lot now, I would like to introduce you to a tool called Wireframe. That was the tool you probably saw earlier, wireframe. You can check it out on wireframe.cc. Let me just share the screen as well, wireframe.cc, so that you can have a good look at it. Okay, so this is it, wireframe.cc. Check it out. We're going to make use of this tool in writing little mockups, wireframes, basically. Once you have an idea of what you want to build, before actually building a complete UI, you might want to use wireframes to tell your client, or to tell, for example, right now, your mentor that, okay, this is what I have in mind. This is what I want to achieve, this and that and that and that. But then this is what wireframe. So welcome to wireframing. This is something that some of you might not know. How many of us know about wireframing? How many of you know about wireframing? Can you hear me? Hello?
I think for me, it's my first to know it.
Okay. Okay. All right.
This is my first time of hearing of it.
All right, great. So everyone go to wireframe.cc. As you can see, wireframe.cc. Create an account quickly. I am going to be opening mine right now. So quickly do that so that I can show you around, and then we can just create a mock-up for the web page that I just showed you, right? We'll create a mock-up so we can use the mock-up to really understand the structure of the HTML. Then because you have an understanding of HTML already, your assignment would now be to give me an actual structure with HTML tags, right? So I will just log in. I have an account with them. So everyone, quickly.
What the link for opening the account?
Yes, I will just show you. Okay, let me just. I will share the link with you right now on via chat, so you can quickly. Okay, so I think this should take you to. Hold on, I am getting there. All right, so on the chat, you should see something on the chat now.
Where isn't in assignment or
No. Right away. Go right here, right now, and create an account. I just shared wireframe.cc/pro. Create an account immediately so I can show you around, and we can begin to do one or two things. Okay, so
where link located? I can't see the link.
okay. It's on the chat. Check the chat. You don't even, frankly, you don't even need to sign up yet. I mean, you can just. It's just that if you click to the left, once you go on wireframe.cc and you click on, you see it looks like. Okay, let me click on it again. Let me share my screen so you can see what I'm talking about.
That's a 7 days free trial.
Yes, you don't have to register yet, but you can do that at your spare time. Just go on wireframe.cc and click on your screen. Click on to the left of your screen. I'm sharing my screen right away so you can see what I'm talking about. If you don't understand, let me know that you don't understand.
I'm still stuck where I am right now.
Are you on wireframe.cc, everyone?
Yeah, we are, but the background.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just my screen is shared now. You can see my screen, yes, but then yours would have like a detail, like information to your right. Is that how yours is? Like a lot of information to your right. Just click on your left. Just click to your left. Your left has something like this a little. Click to your left to open this for you without having to register.
Trying to click, but nothing is happening.
Nothing is happening. Oh, okay. Just double click on it. It should happen. I mean, that's just it.
Okay.
Who is stuck?
Me, Kevin is stuck.
Let me share your screen, the Kevin. Share your screen. I just stopped mine. So share your screen, Kevin. You don't have to register, like I said. Registering is for pro members, people who want to pay. So you can actually pay, it's fine. To access full features. Kevin, share your screen. Can you share your screen, Kevin?
Yeah, I think right now I may not be able because my network may be poor. The computer, so I'm using it for call and the computer for like using the coding part, like to do this.
Okay,
So,
just click on. Is there any other person stuck? Let me know. Are we all on the wireframe?
The page is shared.
Huh?
The page you shared previously, right?
Yes, the page I shared previously.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stuff look like a graph book.
Yes, like a graph book. Are we all there?
Yeah.
So let me show you my own graph book.
Yeah.
Right? It shows that some people went to school. Graph book. It's been long.
yeah.
Okay, so here it is. Graph book, right? So Kevin, just right click, just not right, is it right click? Let's click. I don't know what system you're making use of, but click on the left part of if you have details showing to this end, just click here. It's going to pop up this for you, right? Okay, so we'll just move on straight away to what this can do for you. This is for wireframing. Essentially, it is just for creating a whole lot of things. So you see what I just did here. I just created something. Call it a box, right? So assuming I want to create like a page, and I say this is what my page looks like. I hope you guys are seeing what I'm talking about. I might want to, yeah. So this is just basic feature. I might want to now say, so let's do this. Are you seeing what I'm doing? You can ask questions later. Once I'm done, let me just do a little demo so you see what I'm talking about. Right, so this is just going to be like so as I want to do something like this. Okay. Assuming this is a web page I'm trying to build. Assuming this is like the government web page I'm trying to build, right? So it has like a header, like a nav barada, and then it has like that other image we saw, right? So this is what I'm probably trying to achieve here. I'm trying to achieve this. Trying to achieve this. Hold on, let me show you what I'm trying to achieve. My screen is really, really full. I'm trying to achieve this, right? So now, assuming this was what I did here, assuming this is what I did here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is okay, so I wasn't sharing my screen. Okay, so
hello guys,
are we here now? Can you see this
Yes, we can.
Okay, fine. So I was trying to say that
hello.
yes. Can you hear me, everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I just said that I can hear you now.
Yeah. I'm the one.
Oh, okay, great. Okay, so it's good that you're here. Your network was bad or something.
Yep. My network was really bad, but then I've gotten it sorted out.
Okay,
So
fine. So I am trying
I've
to.
as okay. You
I'm
can
trying
finish
to.
up. So
Yeah, I'm trying to just help them understand wireframing because a lot of them said, oh, that they are quite good with HTML and CSS. So I want to I want us to be able to just do a little mock-up so that subsequently they can interpret mock-ups and give us HTML designs of our mock-ups. So from the mock-ups here, we would they will be given an assignment to develop this to an extent with the knowledge that they have in HTML and CSS. So that's where we are right now, just trying to.
okay. That sounds really good. Can I say some things, or you still want to like finish up things?
Yeah, please go on. It's your class.
All right. Okay. So guys, how are you doing? Can everyone say
Yeah,
hi?
Yeah.
hello.
Good.
Hi.
Uh, what's up, Abadino? What's up, Bethel?
Hello.
Yeah, what's up, Alex? What's up, Jeremiah? Hello, Smog.
Hello.
Chukodi, what's up?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, so sounds good. All right, so I told you guys to do some couple of things over the week. Am I correct? So I told you guys to do a couple of things over the week. That set up your Git bash, set up your code pen, download your Sublime Text, or download your Visual Studio. All right, and then I already told you that these first 6 weeks of our lives, or this first 6 weeks of the whole class, I really don't need anybody to see they've actually like completed something, or they already understand something, or they don't actually understand something. So I know that you guys are pretty much good in HTML, CSS. You guys are gods, and it makes sense. I like it. But then we are still going to actually like run through it again. I'm sorry, because that's actually what it's just meant to look like. That's the way. That's the structure of the class. So if you are pretty comfortable with HTML, CSS, let me hear you say hi.
You actually all said hi earlier.
Hi.
All right.
HTML. Hi. Yes, yes. Well, on the low key.
All right. So somebody say HTML, CSS, what?
On the low key.
All right, great. We again. Better. What about you?
Yeah, HTML fine. CSS, not too good.
Alex, what about you?
I'm just entering. I don't know what is happening. So I'm just getting to understand what is happening here.
Why
Oh
did
yeah,
you?
that's entering.
Yeah.
All right, let me go over it
Yeah,
again.
sure.
So I said, all right. So I said, if you are comfortable with HTML, CSS, say I. So some people have said I, but then their CSS is not really great. So I'm asking you, are you really good with HTML and CSS, or you're good with HTML but not really great with CSS?
I'm good with none.
All right, very good. Who is iPhone?
Kevin, is that you?
Yeah, it's
All right,
me.
great.
It's me.
Oh,
So
okay.
Kevin, what's up with your HTML, CSS?
Me, I'm good at HTML, CSS. 50%. I think.
Okay, great. Chukudi, what about you?
HTML good, but CSS not quite. What
Samuel Badino, what's up with you? Samuel, are you still in this call or you're out of the call? All right, next person,
Yes,
Smog.
HTML. Very not. Let me say I'm good, but CSS 60 to 70%.
All right, great. Smog, Olufola, what's up with you?
HTML fine.
All right, so great. I think I'm done with everybody. Yeah,
I
so
don't
great.
know. You've not asked me now. I am a complete novice. I do not know HTML. I don't know CSS. I am minus one in both of them.
HTML good. CSS. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. All right. So not to waste a lot of time, waste a lot of time. You guys can probably mute your mic now. Thank you very much for putting in your best in answering my
Hello.
questions.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you. I said you guys. I said you guys can probably put up your mic now. I think that will make sense. All right. So everybody has said HTML good, CSS not that good. I didn't even expect your CSS to be very good, to be very honest, because if your CSS is that good, you might not have probably registered on this platform. Maybe you have started collecting jobs on Fiverr. If your HTML is that good, I can tell you boastfully that you're writing in the wrong way. I've not seen your codes before, but then I'm just telling you that I just know that you guys are really writing in the wrong way. It's just luck, or let's say some little supplies that you guys can now, some of you might not be able to like really write it like the right way. So let me go over the whole thing from scratch. For you guys that know it's fine, for you guys that don't know it, please listen attentively because I will not recap. All right, so in the curriculum I told you guys about that we're going to be touching HTML tags and etc. So now HTML means hypertext markup language. So hypertext markup language, what does hypertext markup language mean in a layman? So HTML is like, for example, now if you pass a lot of under constructing sites that a lot of blocks that you actually start the whole building, like the very beautiful buildings in Equan Atlantic, the very beautiful buildings in Dubai, they are started from a block. So now those blocks are what they're actually going to arrange it from the foundation, and then they're going to put the blocks around it. And then this illustration I'm giving you, once you understand it, trust me, you fully understand this HTML. Like you fully understand this HTML like to the fullest. Though it's not really a great programming, it's not a programming language, it's just a markup language. But then you actually understand the way it is, or the way it is written. So now HTML or HTML is actually, yeah, HTML and CSS is actually an house, a very full building, a very full building. 1 minute, please, guys. All right, I tried to switch off my phone and then sort things out so I won't get a lot of messages. As I said before, it's just like you are actually starting a building from scratch. So I want this thing to be interactive. So let's go. So if I want to actually build my house, I already bought a land in Ikorodu. What are the things I'm going to be needing? I'll be needing blocks, right? What again? I'll be needing my foundations, right? What will I be
Definitely.
needing
Yeah.
again? Guys, what will I be needing again? I'm trying to build an house.
Needing iron rods.
Rods, very great. I'll be needing what
Cement.
again? Great. I'll be needing
Reinforcement.
cement. I'll be needing what?
Reinforcement concrete.
Reinforced concrete. Wow. Wow.
You don't
Wow.
you don't even have a plan. You have a material. At least first of all, you have a plan first before going for the
Yeah,
material.
very great, very great. Now that's what I'm wanting to hear. So very great, so very nice. You guys can mute your mic back. So let's conjoin all these things together and then try and understand something here. So it's going to really teach you how to block in your HTML. All right. So now because our HTML, most of the sites you see out there, they are actually buildings. So now when you walk on the street, think about it. When you walk on the internet, so let's say the internet as streets, you will go around and you say, wow, this house is fine. Wow, this house is very great. But then what you're just seeing is you're seeing the UI. You're seeing the UI perceptions. You don't even know if the house is strong. You're not actually bothered if the house is strong. You're just saying, okay, this house is fine. If you walk another street, if you go to Lekki, you'll be like, wow, these houses are very great. These houses are very fine. It's only the inner part of our engineering skills that can now say, or the civil engineers among us, will now be like, okay, I don't think they use the right block for that thing. I don't think they use the right thing for that thing. That's why we now have Chrome Inspect. That's Google Chrome Inspect. But let's keep that aside. So now, we have our block. So now HTML is actually those building blocks. That's why they call it HTML blocks. So those things are actually blocks. So you need to place them right. You need to place them in their right place. So that means if they're not placed well, your house is not going to be your house is not probably going to be structured well, or your house is going to be bent, or your house is not going to be working according to plan. All right. So because HTML are blocks and then they are markup languages. What do we mean by markup? So markup languages are languages that you write in a certain way or you write in a certain tag. So now HTML are written with what we call anchor brackets. What did I say?
Anchor bracket.
Very
Anchor
great. So
bracket.
HTML are written with anchor. HTML are written with anchor brackets. So I expect you guys to like really have like these jotting notes because once I send my assignment, I won't be able to type it. I'll just say it so you guys can write it down. All right. So they're written in anchor brackets. Some of you already know. Because they're written in anchor brackets, they actually have different tags. We have texting tag, which is H1 to H6. we have the P tag, we have the M tag, we have the E tag, we have the I tag, we have the BR tag, we have the HR tag, we have etc., and all. So all of these tags, they summon to the fact that it actually works with HTML. Those are the blocks that we're going to use to build our houses. So probably any site you see in the world, or any house you see in the world, is actually started from a block. There's no house that you build with water. I'm correct, right? So there's no house that you build with water. Works online, that's not with an HTML block. Even if you are writing it in another kind of language, it still converts to an HTML because that's what the browser understands. So the point is, your HTML is actually needs to be blocked in a certain way. So now, after the foundation, so the foundation is, can I share my screen now? Let me. All right, can somebody stop sharing so I can share my screen? Yeah, so great. All right, so all right, okay, let me use this. So can you guys see my screen now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sorry for this. I thought I already opened the new code. Oh wait. Okay, so I'm trying to structure a new page for us, so don't get it all confused. Sublime. Okay, so we're good. Yep. All right, so let me share my screen. So now, the way our houses actually have foundations, that's now the exact way that our HTML pages actually have foundations. So let's check this out. All right, so this is my Sublime text. It might not probably be looking like your own Sublime text for some specific reasons. So all right, so let me widen this up so most of you can see the screen perfectly. So now, can you guys see my screen perfectly?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see.
All right, great. So now, HTML actually has foundations. So let me say AXP classes. Great. So doc type HTML is like the way you foundationally structure your house. So every house I want to start, so the bigger the house, the bigger the foundation, that's what actually determines the stronger the house. So if you want to actually build a 30-story building or 300-story building and the foundation is about 2 feet, you can't actually achieve that. It's not possible. Once it just gets to the 30-story building, it's going to fall down because it's not actually deep inside the ground. So the point is, doc type HTML does obviously is a foundation of your application. So it just tells the browser straightforward. Can you guys mute your mic, please? So I don't get a lot of feedback noises. So it just obviously tells the browser that, hey, this document that is coming has a type of HTML. So whatever thing you want to do, don't lose guard. This file that is coming is actually an HTML file. So specifically the way we write HTML 4.0 it's not different with versions. It's not like there's a new thing like please mute your mic. Please mute your mic. Please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right, so the different way that we actually now keep all of these things, or different way that we now actually like explain all of these things, ranging from HTML4 to HTML5, is the way you actually structure the block. So the different way you can actually know a very good house from a fine house or a very, very strong house due to solid structure is the way the foundation is being built. So now we have doc type HTML, we have HTML language, EN, all these things are coming from templates, so it's not really useful. We'll come back to explaining this. So now, because HTML are represented with anchor brackets, we have these parts for those that really understand HTML from scratch. You really need to hear this. So I've increased my screen to like the most brightest. So we have anchor brackets. So you can see these anchor brackets here. They are used to represent HTML tags. So now I tell people something. So if you come to my house, please mute your mic. I will not tell you again. Thank you. So if you come to my house and then you come in through the front door, if I don't have a fire exit, you are obviously going to go through that same door. I've been now, so I'm correct. So that's the same thing that we actually have with HTML. So if you have a tag, if you name a tag, if you have a tag called head, you are supposed to close it with a tag called head. So now what I mean by closing now is in an HTML anchor bracket, you close with you close with a forward slash. What did I say?
Forward
You close with the words. You guys should answer me. What did I say? You close with the forward slash. What did I say?
forward slash.
Yes, forward slash.
Yeah, very great. So you close with the forward slash. So if I have called let me be, I'll close it with what? Slash let me be. Do you understand?
Sure.
Yeah, so great.
Yeah.
So these are tags in HTML, even if this doesn't mean anything, it's just an example. So these are tags in HTML. So all these tags they're actually like meant to open up and then close up themselves. So now I want you guys to write inside your book. If you guys are jotting, if you are typing on your phone, please do that. So I want you to write me 50 tags that's 50 normal HTML tags. Then let me come back to this place before I give you the next assignment. So the first assignment, give me 50 tags that they don't close. I will tell you where to send it on. I'll create a doc for you guys, so you guys will have your assignment doc sheet. So I can be checking them from time to time. So now, as though you may be surprised if you see some code that they have like some tags that they don't specifically close. Like for example, now emails actually have a closing tag. So there are some tags in HTML that we don't necessarily close. Like we don't actually close them. Like for example, we have tag, we have image, we have link, we have BR, we have HR, and etc. 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 like that. So now the next assignment is you need to write me 50 HTML tags that do not actually close. So with the way we have BR and write their uses. So the way we have BR, if you like copy it and paste it, I will know. So with the way they have BR, with the way they have HR, with the way we have link, with the way we have image, and all those tags that they don't actually close. There are a lot online. So I'm telling you to do this. So whenever you see a tag or whenever somebody tells you to write a tag, you won't just, if somebody tells you that, okay, well, in this next row, put a BR, you won't do this BR and you come and close BR here like this. It doesn't work there. It doesn't be like, who is this guy? Who is this kind of developer? Because you don't know that tag. So I'm telling you to write all these things down because I want you to be familiar with each or virtually all the tags that we have in HTML. So I've told you to write 100 tags like that. So 50 tags, 50 commercial HTML tags they close and the tags that they don't close. I hope you guys understand. Let me hear the sounding yes.
Yes.
Is only one person that's answering me. What is going on? Is you guys' internet? Is it lagging? Do you guys understand the assignment?
Not really. The other
Yes, you understand.
Is set tags that cannot be closed or that can be closed?
Yeah, so 50 HTML tags that can be closed and then 50 that cannot be closed.
Okay.
If you don't understand, please draw my attention back so I won't have to like be going back and forth. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you guys understand?
Yes. You now understand.
Great. Alex, do you understand? Is Alex still on this call? Kevin, do you understand?
All right, so I left it in the on the charts, so you can see the assignment on the chart.
All right, thank you very much, Kelechi. Alex, do you understand? I need you guys to be on this call. If you are not, is left behind. Is Alex still on this call? Is out of this call? Okay, Alex is no longer on this call. Please, Kelechi, can you like help me contacting? And Kevin, do you understand?
Alex is on the call. I guess he's I don't know, maybe his network, but he's still on the call.
Wow. All right, so they will have the video to watch.
Yeah.
So great. All right, let me continue. Is this Alex as video as hand? All right, so let me continue. So with the way we have tags that we cannot close, we also have tags that we can close. So now, as I said before, let me recap. It's semi-represented with anchor brackets. You close the tag with the forward slash. Tags are either written in abbreviations or they are written in full. Like for example, we have body, we have P, which means paragraph. We have H1, which means heading 1. We have H2, which means heading 2, and we have H3, all those things like that. All right, so moving forward, because a couple of you already understand the basis of HTML, so I will just try and move to the next. Now, do you guys properly understand HTML tags, or you want me to recap? Please, if you don't understand, just say yes. If you want me to recap, say yes. If not, can I continue,
Just
guys? Can I
You can
continue?
continue. Yes,
I need to
you
hear
Uh,
you
can.
guys' response. One person cannot be talking for all of you, so I need to hear you guys' response. Can I continue?
No. Maybe you should just recap and then let us have a full idea of how or what the solid blocks of HTML have.
All right, so great. Thank you very much, Samuel Obadino. Who again has another question before I move to the next thing? All right, nobody. So let me recap. So I told you HTML are building blocks. So right now, let's imagine this our skeleton house. What we're going to be seeing is going to be on the browser. So this is actually what is working. As I said before, this is the foundation. So Dr. HTML is the foundation of your folder, or the foundation of your file itself. It's a folder. So it's the foundation of your file itself. So now, HTML. Sorry, if I didn't explain this, so I forgot. So HTML is actually what you're going to actually use to wrap the document. So all this tag, this is actually the starting tag of every HTML document. So you have HTML, then you have the head. So what is contained in the head? The head contains meta information, it contains titles, it contains link, sometimes it contains script tags, it contains a valuable information that is attached to a page. So a lot of learners really want to like just try things out. They will put H1 inside Edge and it's going to show on the browser. It's fine. The browser is maybe dumb or stupid, but then the point is we have what we call best practices. That's why I asked you guys that I told you guys that okay, you might probably know how to write HTML, but then just not really all of you actually knows how to write it like with the best practices. So it's fine. So Ed is actually used to contain meta informations about about the show you a typical code of mine. That already has all of these meta informations. My code is probably very large. All right. So let's look for. Yep. Okay. Okay. All right. So see meta information. So this is what we call meta information. So this is a code that works online. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Can you guys see my screen? Only one person cannot be on this call now.
Yes, you can see it.
All right. So these are meta informations. Like you can see now. We have meta, viewports, we have content, we have HTTP equivalent, we have name, we have keywords, we have OG local, we have OG type.
Can't
All these
see
you guys, you know
the.
them phrases.
I don't know if you
So
can hear me. I can't.
as I've said before, you
Hello.
can't.
Sorry, excuse
Hello.
me, we can't see the screen. No.
Oh, you can't see the screen
Can't
of that
see the.
contains the code. It's just this one you can
Yes.
see.
No.
Yes, we can see this one, but we didn't see the OG tags and all those things you were trying to show us.
Okay, don't worry. Let me try and copy it because I don't want to go through the stress of trying to open another Zoom call again. I said
No. You
another
don't
Zoom.
have to. You just do a new share now and share that screen.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the stress I'm talking about. All right. All right. So we're good. So can you see this? So these are meta information. This one is even small. If you see a lot, like there are actually a lot. Like for example, now if you go to my site, you see a lot of meta tags. There are plenty meta tags because I wanted to like capture all these things I use for SEO development. So that's hence meta information. So meta, you can check the meaning of meta. Even today, I've not tried to research the full meaning of meta, but they are meta information. So chart set means character set. Do you understand? So chart set means character set to TF8. So character sets are encoding that they're actually encoding for let me put it like this. So character sets, we have a lot of character sets. We have Unix, we have Univac, you have UTF-8, you have a lot. So this character set actually acts for HTML inbuilt functions. So now we have some things that we call HTML pseudo classes. Like for example, an MBSP, it means space. We have an MB, then some uppercase and all of those things. We'll come to all those things later. But then character sets, they're encodings for the site. We have HTTP equivalent content type. It's still the same thing, it's same, but saying it in a different way. We have the author name. We have the viewports. We have the HTTP equivalent. We have name. We have descriptions. We have keyword. We have open graph local. That's OG local. We have OG type. We have OG title. So this OG is what Facebook uses. So if I put this site on Facebook, the exact thing that you see is this description, this title, this type, and this local. The URL, the site name. Then we have Twitter. We have meta information too for Twitter. We have meta information for LinkedIn. So all these things are being being decided by a site called schema.org. You can check it out, schema.org. They are for SEO organizations or SEO search engine optimizations. So we have meta informations, we have the schema informations. There are a lot of things that actually come in. That's actually like a different aspect in itself. A lot of people even go to like go and learn it, go and personally learn it. But then that aside, so the head, as I've said before, contains additional information of that page, of that particular page in HTML. So now the body contains everything and anything that has to do with the page. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the body contains everything and it contains footer, it contains H1, it contains a P tag, and etc. 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 So now I know that some of you might be wondering that why are they writing code and they are putting these ones in the middle, and then if I type like this, I'll put div, and then I'll put a tab, I'll type another tag, I'll put a tab, I'll type another tag, I'll put a tab. So all these things are called indentation. What did I say?
Indentation.
Can imagine just one person is answering me. What did I say? Indentation. What did I say?
Indentation.
I need all of you to answer me. That's the point, because I want to know if I'm carrying everybody along so I can actually come back. It's actually a call, so I need you guys to answer me from time to time. Imagine I'm seeing you live, I won't need you to obviously talk a lot of times when I'm talking. I just want to know that you're on this call. Please mute your mic. Somebody's mic is revamping. So this is called indentation. So now is that it actually like it structures your code and then it keeps your code. It doesn't affect what's life, and that's the biggest surprise. So you can probably misindent your code and they write it anyhow, and it's still going to properly work, like perfectly work. But then the point about indentation is indentation helps to show your professionalism in work. It helps to show how experienced you are in work, and then it helps to like structure your code. So once there's a bug in your code, you don't have to actually like start searching or start scrolling or start doing all those things, because your code is properly indented. So now all these things that we now do, all this tab that we actually shift to the space or shift to the left or shift to the right, they are called nesting. What did I say?
Nesting.
Can imagine two people. What did I say? Nesting. What did I say?
Nesting.
Very good, very good, very good. All right, so nesting a tag takes. So number one, if I want to wrap a tag, if I want to wrap an element inside a tag, it's automatically called nesting. So for example, now you can see this head. You can see this head tag. Can you guys see it, or you need to increase it?
Yeah, we
Can you guys see it?
Yes.
All right, great.
Yeah,
So all right. So this head tag is nesting meta and title. So because we want to write this meta tag and this title tag inside this head tag, that process is automatically called nesting. So if I do this and then I come and close head here, I've not nested the tag because meta is not sitting inside head. But then if I want to put title, if I want to put another meta information, all this process I'm doing here is called nesting. If I come to my body and I do div tag and then I put h1 inside div, process is called nesting. If I put p tag inside div, all these processes are called nesting. I can continue on and on like that. I can continue on and on like that. So what this thing does try to read for me is we have an H1 inside this div tag, we have a P tag inside this H1 tag, we have an I tag inside this P tag, and then we have an M tag inside this I tag.
Hello, guys. Do you
Do you want me to come again?
you understand what he's saying? If I were to
Do you want me
explain,
to come again?
do you understand what he's saying, guys? So if I were to
Yes.
okay, if I were to explain, it's just basically wrapping one tag with another tag, right? Sorry. So this thing is just that you have a tag inside another tag, and that's basically what HTML is like on the foundation. That you can put one tag inside another tag just to get what you want, and then the whole thing about indentation is just giving some very good space to your left, right? So the parents, like if you look at this body now, right, you can see the body, the opening body tag. After the opening body tag, you have the div, the opening div tag. You see that this div tag is inside body because, of course, if you look down, you will see the closing tag of the body there. You can see it now. But then inside this body, you have a div tag that also has its own closing down there near the closing body tag. Now, this div tag is a child of what? Of body. So what it means is that body is nesting the div tag. Div tag is a direct child of what? Of body. For you to keep your work neat, it is very, very important that you give a space when you are adding a child to a parent, just like this body now that has div in it, and then you see that the div, we shifted it a little bit to the right, so that you can easily notice that it is a child of body. So all these things are really, really grammar. All we're trying to say is that keep your code very, very neat and understand the children of whatsoever parents you have. Like, understand the tags that are wrapping other tags, so that you know the right place to close it, and you know basically your code is neat. I believe that is clear enough. All right, so wonderful. Please continue.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Kelechi. I think Kelechi has probably said a lot. But then let me just recap in the layman's manner. So, nesting is probably putting granite inside your gari. So you already have a gari. Your gari is the parent tag, and then you're putting granite inside it just to make it sweet. So let's imagine div is the gari, and then I want to put H1 inside div. That's my granite. I want to put milk, which is the P tag. Do you understand? So these are tags inside. These are tags inside tag. So sorry. So we have an H1 inside the div, and then we have the P tag inside the H1. So the point is, all these things are probably just all these things are called nesting. So we would actually get onto it as the class moves if you don't actually if you don't probably grasp it. So this thing it's a process. So you don't actually have to rush the process. I didn't expect all of you to really understand a lot. But then I feel like because we're recording the call, and then most of you that are really serious are jotting down, so you can go back and then read up on your jotter if possible. So let me move away from that. So do you guys understand the nesting? Let me first ask you, do you understand the nesting part and then the indentation?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow, you guys obviously know this is what I don't like. I want the class to answer me
Yes, we
one by
understand.
one.
Yeah, I understand, brother.
Yes, I
Yes, we get you.
understand.
We understand.
Very good, very good. That sounds good. All right. So moving forward, I'll be talking about what we call the attributes. What did I say?
The attributes.
The
All right.
attributes.
All right. And so please, guys, you need to give me 5 minutes. My internet is really down, and then I need to charge it. Please forgive me. Just 5 minutes. Thank you.
All right, guys. So I will continue from here until it gets back. So we're going to be talking about attributes. Now, every element or every tag from the HTML tag to the head tag to the meta tag, title tag, like you can see on the screen, have they all have a tendency, or they have the ability of having their own attributes. So what we mean by attributes is something that defines. So it's like adverb to a verb, right? So you say an adverb. What for those of you who did English? So what's an adverb? It modifies a verb, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then an adjective what qualifies a noun. Is that
Now.
So now, whatsoever gives more detail about a tag or about an element is what is an attribute of that element, right? So, for example, if you look at the meta tag there, can you see that meta tag there? Meta. You can see something
Yes.
called.
Yes,
You can see something called char set equal to UTF-8. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Now,
Yes.
char set is telling us more about what? Meta. Just like we have lang equal to en, telling us more about what? HTML. Also, for body, title, and so many other tags that will be embedded or nested in body, right? They all have their own what? Attributes. Things that tell us more about what? About the tags. Now, I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to share my own screen. I don't know, Wonderful, are you here at all so you can unshare your screen? Oh, he left his screen this way, so I'm a little tired. I can't share my screen right now because Wonderful is okay. Let me. I think I can unshare his own screen and share mine. Hold on. Okay, so I'll just share my own screen so you can see. Okay, fine. I will just show you this. So I'm just going to show you a piece of code that has already been written so that you see what I'm talking about. Okay, so can you see? Hold on, give me a while. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, you can see.
Yeah.
All right, so great. Let me get something that you can work with. So for example, this, right? I will make it clearer. I will make it clearer some more. Is it clear enough for you? Is it clear enough? Or you need me to increase it?
it's clear.
It's clear. All right. So for example,
It's clear.
okay, great. So
Increase
now,
it.
okay. Let me do that. Hold on. Okay, you can see it now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah, better.
All right, awesome. So I just wanted to show you that. Now, if you look at doc type, it's just the same thing you saw on Wonderful screen. Now, let's just scroll down a little bit. If you look at this div, you see something called what? A class, right? This class is telling us more about what? This div, right? Now, for you guys who said you have done something with div before, you understand what a div is to an extent. For those of you who haven't done enough with div tags, you were given an assignment to check out, to list 50 tags that have closing tags, like 50 tags that have closing tags and 50 tags that do not have closing tags, right? So while doing that assignment, you should be able to study more about the div. But now, class, as you can see here, is an attribute of div. If you look at form, here, form has an attribute called role, also has an attribute called action, and an attribute called what? Method. Now, these attributes tell us more about what? Form. Now, I'm going to explain what is happening here. Now, for example, in this form, what action is saying is that when you submit this form, take me to login / what? Post. So now, when you submit this form, for example, you're trying to register on Facebook. Facebook might have something like this here, so that when you click that submit or sign up or register, as the case may be, it will take you to this page. This is actually going to land you on another page that has some things, some things. In our own case, it has like a script that will process the page. Now, method is also telling us that it's saying what kind of method do you need in processing this form. Now, there are two types of methods essentially. You have what? Post or get. We'll get to all this, but then this attribute method.
Hello, guys.
Oh yes, wonderful. You're welcome. I was just trying to give them a little brief on
Attributes, right?
attributes. Yeah, yes. Before
Yeah,
you
great.
got back, so you can just.
Are you done with that? All right.
Yeah,
Okay. So guys,
understand.
so attributes is just in 2 words, and so let me just give you the example of Indomie. So when you buy an Indomie, you meet one very small spicy sachet inside it. So that's exactly what we call attributes. So attributes are the additional spice information that you give to a tag. We have billions of attributes, and that's the point. The point is you can even come up with your own attributes. You can come up with your own attributes if you want to like touch it in the JavaScript, as long as it's a spice. That's the reason why we have a lot of Indomie that tastes differently. So you can come up with your own attribute. You can name your own attributes. Data user. There are a lot of fixed attributes like placeholder, action, method, class, ID, etc. attributes. So you guys can actually check up attributes. So now write it down. Your next assignment is write me 50. If I say 50 now, you guys will start. It will be like this guy has come again. So write me 20 popular HTML attributes. You guys should note that down. So let me come again. 50 tags that they close, 50 tags they don't close, and then 20 HTML attributes. I want you guys to be familiar with this. So if you can actually write 30, it's for your own good. All this is not for my own good. If you give me the assignment, I'm not going to use to buy shoe or buy clothes or buy socks. So it's for your own good. I just want you to be more familiar. So once somebody names an attribute, be like, okay, I've seen it somewhere. They told us to do an assignment somewhere, and then I wrote it down. So I remember that, okay, I remember there's an attribute called action, and then this is what it does. I remember there's an attribute called style, and this is what it does. And remember there's an attribute called this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that. So the point is, you guys should go ahead and then write me 20 attributes. For the guys that want to be very, very effective and efficient, you can write 50 or 30. You can even cram, you can even like read it, study it, see how it works. So you guys can actually like understand it. So attributes are those spicy informations that you give to a tag or an element. Moving forward, I hope you guys understand the meaning of attributes in the layman knowledge. So all these things I'm just giving like the brief and then the better breakdown, because once you start writing real codes, I don't want somebody to drag me back and tell me that please, what do you mean by method? Or please, what do you mean by action? What's the meaning of this thing that you put action is equal to? Or that's the point. I don't want a lot of drags back. So I want you guys to like really understand a lot that's actually going on here. So now, do you understand the meaning of attributes? I want to explain further.
Yeah, I think I get an idea. I have an idea.
You said you understand.
Okay, now, what about you? Hello, are you on this call? Jeremiah, what about you? Wow.
I wanted to ask a question.
That's the point. You can imagine. If I didn't ask you now, will you ask me the question? I need you guys to like give me feedbacks. Know when to unmute your mic and then know when to mute them. So we won't be having all this back and forth. Oh yeah, go on with your question. I'm hearing you.
My question is, all tags, all HTML tags, can they contain attributes? And
Yeah.
when you're talking about attribute, do you mean all these like what is contained in a tag? Like after writing the tag name, the next maybe class, style, class, size, ID, all those are attributes.
All right, so let me come again. So there are some things that we call, all right, so you guys really want me to go deep now. So there are some things that we call general attributes, and there are some things that we call identical attributes, or attributes that are meant for an element. Like for example, now SRC is most times used for when you actually want to like source for an asset online, or when you want to source for an asset in local. And then they are most times used in audio tags, they are most times used in ING tags, they are most times used in video tags. So we have general attributes. General attributes are like class, style, ID, and yeah, that's very very common. It's a general attribute that you can use in any tag in HTML. You can use the class tag, you can use the ID tag, and you can use the style tag. You guys can do more research. That's the point. Not everybody actually knows it. Not everybody is actually an island of knowledge. So you guys really need to like go deep and then learn things, check things yourself, do research. I expect you guys to like be proactive, continue asking more questions, continue checking more things, continue understanding the way this thing works. Because the point is, if I actually stop a topic, you guys really need to like go back to that topic and re-understand it yourself, learn it your own way. After I've already taught you, go back and learn it your own way, because one day you might never know. Because if they told me this like some couple of years ago, that I'll be explaining to a couple of people how to write this, and say it's a lie. So the point is, you guys really need to go back and learn it your own way, so you can teach it your own way, teach in an understandable manner to other people. Because you guys, learning is actually iterative. So check it. Once I explain to you, go back, go to W3 School. I sent you resource. Some of you did not even reply to the Slack messages, which is not really great. So you guys check the resource, check all of those resources I gave to you, check W3 Schools. Yeah, your friend, all these things are for free. It's not like you're paying. So let me come back. So we have general attributes, we have class, we have ID, we have style. Those are like the general attribute that you can add to virtually any tag, apart from the tags that sit in the head. So tags that sit in the head, they also have their own attributes. They have href, they have rel, there are a lot of attributes. So you really need to know which one works for what. So you're not going to put src in a link tag. That's why I told you guys to go and do your research. That's why I told you guys to write 20 HTML attributes. You guys can even write 50, because the point is, the more you see where this one is meant to stay. Like rel tag is meant to stay in link tags, src is meant to stay in either script, link, image, audio, video, all those things like that. You guys really need to like understand and get used to it, because it's like you're greasing yourself. This time around, there's no time to actually like relent, or there's no time to actually say, okay, I'm waiting for the next class. That's why we gave you guys one day intervals. So after the classes, you can use one day to like speeding up your knowledge of what we already taught you the last day. Do you guys understand what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
so great.
yeah.
So if I should get you right, you can actually add attribute to any class in HTML, but then you actually have to know which attribute is for which tag. So you not put the wrong attribute in another tag, and then you're expecting some magic to happen. It's not going to happen. So you guys do research for yourself, know which tag is meant for which tag. Like for example, now in this form, I cannot come and put SRC in form. It's not right. SRC is not the attribute for form. So form has its own attributes, its own preset attributes, like post, like like method, like actions, like role. You can now add those general attributes that I called for. You can put class, you can put ID, you can put style. But then apart from that, there are some preset attributes that are meant for a tag. And those are what you guys are meant to go and be doing research on. I cannot come and pour everything inside. I cannot come and pour everything on the call here for you guys. That's why we have the resource. That's why you have the W3 School. That's why you have code. That's why you have free code camp and all those things. So you understand? Any more questions, guys?
Not for now.
No, continue.
Please continue.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. I like that. So we are done with attributes. We are done with HTML tags. We are done with indentations. We are done with nesting. I'm sure you guys are noting these things down, so you can really understand which of them you've actually missed out, or which of them you've actually like you don't actually like get or understand perfectly. So we have 30 minutes for this call to end, and then I think I can actually check into a bit of CSS, or I think I can still run into a bit of CSS and then HTML5 structure. So let me go back to share my screen. Oh, you probably use this your card to block my screen or lower. Yes. All right, guys. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it.
All right, great. I can see some of you are munching food. Wow. Wow. Francis, good work. Oh. All right. We have couple of structures in writing HTML5. So now because every page is actually structured the same way. It's actually structured the same way. Like every page is actually structured. It now depends on the way you actually want to write it. And then that's actually nobody's business. Is self-preference. So now we actually have a way we actually write HTML5. Now look at this. So we have the header. We have this section, and then we have the footer. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. So header, section, and then footer. So now automatically when you see this automatically on anybody's or virtually anybody's code, you just discover that okay, this person is trying to attain a kind of structure that HTML5 uses. So now, because the reason why we do all of these things is because now technology is actually iterative. Technology is getting more and more interesting. So now on your iPhone, for some of you that are using iPhone, if you go to some sites and then you type readers mode, you just discover that the site becomes a novel. It didn't become a novel by magic. It's not because of Apple. That's why it became a model. It became a novel because of these tags. So the moment you see section, you know that okay, oh, this section means something is meant to be contained in here. You meant to see P, it means this P is a paragraph. You meant to see article, it means that this space is actually meant to be highlighted out. So you can put readers mode on the site, and then the site perfectly just looks like a novel because of all these HTML tags are properly structured. Are you guys getting me? So now header is meant to take care of the first stop 750px of our site. So first stop 750px is not. I don't mean 750px literally. I mean like the nav bar plus the banner. If the site has a banner, so the header takes care of the nav, and then it takes care of the banner. So imagine your website, the beginning of the page. Whenever you just come into the page, you see welcome to blah 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 AXP. So that part is going to be contained in the header. Section is going to contain literally the whole body of the document. So for example, now imagine I have a section like about us, testimony, and teams. This is what I would just literally do inside my code. Hello, and Kelechi. Kelechi.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Go on. I want to share.
Yeah.
I want to share something that they can be seen while you're talking. So go on.
All right. So header is for like the nav, and then the nav and the banner of probably banner of your site. Section is contained with the body. So Kelechi, please, I would like to share my screen so I can
All right.
show.
All right. Let me
Okay,
just.
yeah, very great. Okay, so
So
now
header. This is the header part. Now the section is basically what contains most of all these things. We talked about it before Wonderful came to this.
all right, thank you very much. So Kelechi, please, can you like scroll up?
Okay.
Yeah, so this is where with self-preference, this is where I actually write my header. So my header is contained with this. You see this banner that is catering to this navbar is contained with the header, because literally this is actually the header of the site. Like this is the header. So that's why we call it banner, because banner is actually coming first at the head of the page. So from this nav down to this banner, is where I actually write my header. So now when you scroll up. Yeah, so you can see about catering. Continue. You can see our menu. Continue. And then you can see contacts, and then you can now see the footer. So great. Can you stop sharing now so I can show something on my screen? Great. All right, so great. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
All right, so great. So if I were to write that, if we were to write that code, this is where I've gone about it. So I'll have a nav tag. All right, so I'll have a nav tag, and then after that, that's where I'm going to put my nav and all this blah 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 blah. Then I will have something I call div dot welcome or website, then banner. Then inside this banner, then I'll be having like my image or all those stories. So inside this section, I'll have something I call div dot about section. And I save this, and then I'm going to be having another div or a div of our menu, and then I'll be having a div of contact section. And then after that, inside this footer, I'll be having my footer text. So let's just say div of footer and text. All right, so I know there's going to be a lot of confusion coming inside here. Why is it putting underscore? So I will not explain the reason why I'm doing that. But then for some of you or most of you, because I believe that everybody is actually eager to learn. So for most of you that really want to find out the reason why I'm using underscore to name my classes, you can go and check something that they call BEM. So just write it down, type it on Google, type CSS BEM. You guys can write it down and then do your research. So this way it works fine and perfect. I'll just be putting my code for the about section, putting my code for the menu, putting my code for the contact, and then come and put my code for the footer, and then this is the place that the header is going to be sitting. So you can see the way we just drew out the plan of the whole site in like how many times in 31 lines. So minus that, you guys can rewrite it this way also. You can take away all these guys, and then you can call them per section. So you can say that you want that guy to have a section, this guy to have another section. Save this guy. You come here, remove this guy. So this call is recorded, so you don't need to like do a lot because you guys will probably have this video. So you can do it this way. You can call it section by section, due to the way you want it structured. A lot of people want it structured some other ways. So I've shown you two ways you can actually achieve that. You can design it section by section, or you can write all the divs inside one section. It still works either ways. So let's go back to this. All right. So in achieving all of that, we have the class. So now this class, who can tell me what this class is representing inside this tag?
It's an attribute.
Very good. Who said that?
Chukudi.
Thank you very much, Chukudi. So the class here is representing an attribute. So now these attributes contain two things. It contains two things. So now we have what we call the attribute name and then the attribute value. What did I say? The attribute name and the what attribute what?
Value.
So great. So this website banner is the attribute value. This about section is the attribute value. Class is the attribute name. Our menu is the attribute value. This class also is the attribute name. All these things are attribute name and then attribute value. So a billion attribute names that we can actually add to a tag. And don't forget, I've given 3 assignments now. That's the only place that me and people used to fight. Is when you don't actually do the assignments. If you want to go extra miles, you can go extra mile. But then the ones I've given you, please complete them. 50 tags, HTML tags that they close. I don't want you to copy and paste. I don't want, it's for your own good. If you copy and paste and I don't know, I'm not going to be affected. I don't want you to copy and paste. I want you to type it, because there's one thing about reading and assimilating is after you read and after you see and then you now write it down, it actually sticks a lot inside the brain. So if you want to be smart enough to copy and paste, it's fine. I'm not going to disturb you. I will see it and I'll see you as a good student, but then it's not me that's probably learning it. It's you that is learning it. Sure you understand? So 50 HTML tags that you close, 50 HTML tags you don't close, and then write me at least 20 HTML attributes. All these things are for your own good. So because we'll be moving pathonically to to CSS fully, so I can do a rundown of CSS and then we can now start using our code pen on Wednesday also. So this how a normal thing, a normal HTML5 is meant to be structured. So can you see? I'm very sure less of you actually write it this way. If some of you are writing this way, it's fine. If some of you are not writing this way, it's fine. So we'll be using some other classes like article class. We'll be using other classes like aside class, aside tag. Sorry, aside class. I'm very sorry. So we'll be having article tags, we'll be having aside tags, and all unnecessary, etc. So all these things are meant to be in all those assignments I give to you, so you can check what they do, and then we don't have to actually ask ourselves multiple questions that we're never meant to be asking ourselves. So apart from that, I feel like I've touched on HTML today with you people. So let's quickly do a run through. We've done nesting, we've done indentation, we've done HTML tags and blocks, we've done attributes, we've done HTML, CSS, block layout. So you guys can write it down. We've done nesting, we've done indentation, we've done attributes, we've done HTML blocks or HTML block guide, and then we've also done HTML tags. All right, so out of those 5 things that we've done and covered today, is there any question that you guys actually have, or is there anything that you don't understand? If you want me to go through the 5 of them again, it's fine. It's because of you guys, that's the reason why we're here. So is there any question or is there any confusion that you guys have actually like came across after we are working on HTML or after we're in this class? Because I'm doing all of this, or I'm even actually like even picking all of these things one by one, because you guys, most of you actually say you guys already know HTML, but then I'm picking this thing over. This class is frustrating. Sorry, you guys just really need to like learn with others that have not learned before. So it's a process, and that's why I tell people just trust the process and don't rush it. Because once you rush it, you just cover that you actually like lose out a lot on that journey, and then you don't actually enjoy the journey. Sure, you understand? So now I've run through 5 things now. I need I don't know if any of you actually have questions on those 5 topics. If you do, I think we have actually we have extra 12-15 minutes to finish up the class. So are there any questions for me, or do you guys want to put any addition or subtraction?
Benny,
Yeah, I can hear you.
yeah?
I can hear you. I'm here.
I really, because of this, I really missed a lot on what you guys were discussing. I really joined in when you guys were discussing on attributes.
Yeah,
The rest, I didn't get the rest.
Yeah, the time is 9 o'clock, guys. 9 o'clock. If you come 9:01, we might start. We might have started by 9:01. So try and make sure you are always in class promptly. 9 p.m. Mondays and Wednesdays, right? So you might. You have your classmates to ask questions. So in case you have one or two things, somebody might be very, very friendly enough to put you through, right?
But then, minus that, the call is actually being recorded. So
Yes,
it's for
exactly.
cases like this.
Yeah, true.
It's for cases like this, I will do that also. So Kelechi will probably be uploading the call to our YouTube channel 1 hour after the 1 hour after the call is completed, or 2 hours after the call is completed. So
Yes, you get
if
it
you don't
tonight.
understand, exactly. So if you don't understand, you can also watch it tonight. Don't wait till tomorrow. It's for your own good, because tomorrow you're meant to be working on the assignments and doing a lot of research. And then, and my advice for you guys is try and have your task that you want to like complete in a day, so you guys won't miss out on things like say you forgot your assignments. Try and have calendars, try and have reminders, try and have alarms. All those things actually help a lot in productivity. This next month of your life is actually really going to be, let me say, tough and interesting. So you guys really need to understand and then work with the process. Don't rush it. That's one thing. Don't rush it. Try and learn. Try and ask questions. Asking questions is actually like is the best thing that can ever happen to anybody, because once you ask questions, nobody's killing you. People just be like, what's wrong with this guy? But then you've learned what you want to learn. You've asked what you want to ask. So ask questions, ask me most things, ask Kelechi, ask Samson. All of the things that you're actually like going through. If you don't understand even how to install one thing, tell us. We don't expect you to know it. If you know it, it's great. If you don't know it, that's the reason why we're here for you guys. Sure, you understand? So now on the five things I've actually gone through, or on the five topics I've actually gone through, I get the fact that the person that just spoke finish now came in late, but then you guys in with me all the while. Is there anything that you don't understand, or is there any question you want to ask? Even you that came in late, from the attributes down to the block HTML5 block building, is there anything that all of you don't understand? Please, let's run through it, because we have about 14-13 minutes more to finish up the class. Okay, great. In the absence of none, because I feel like this 1 minute silence that we're taking, I don't understand it. Well, in the absence of none, it's all great. Let me run through you guys' assignments again. So we'll be having 50 HTML tags that we close, and then 50 HTML tags we don't close, and then 20 attributes. So against next week class, we'll be touching introduction to CSS, and then we'll probably be finishing up flex, we're finishing up grid. Please, you guys should please write this down. Once I'm not touching all of those topics, you guys can call me back to that. So we'll be touching grid, we'll be touching flex, we'll be touching on the 3 ways to actually like write style sheets, which are the internal, externals, and inline. We'll touch all of that next week. And then I say next week on Wednesday, we'll also be touching CSS layout, and then we'll probably create something with HTML and CSS put together after the class. So right now, I would share this HTML. I'll share this HTML layout to you guys on the channel, so you guys can probably try and test some things on your browser. If you can test it on your browser and send screenshots to the channels, it's all great. So I'll see how you guys are really coping with your learning. Pertaining to the 50 tags I told you to write, so I really need one more thing from you guys. Yeah, so one more assignment from you guys. So I have 50 tags they close, 50 tags they don't close, and then 20 attributes. To see a code that says, "I welcome to AXP, yeah, welcome to my AXP class. My name is," and you put your name. Just write it like that. So you can probably do an H1 tag, put welcome to AXP experience, and then an H4 tag that says my name is blah blah blah, and then do it, and let me see how it works in the browser. You guys can probably screenshot it, or you guys can just do something. You can write it on CodePen and then share me the pen so I can check it up. Do you guys understand that assignment, or you want me to recap? Do you understand?
Please
Can you
recap.
recap the assignment, please?
All right. So sorry, my wow. Okay, so I want 50 HTML tags to close, 50 HTML tags they don't close, and 20 attributes. That aside, now create create an HTML file, probably on CodePen or on your local PC, but CodePen is much more preferable. So in the HTML file, what you should output is welcome to my learning welcome to my learning classroom, with a very big bold text. And then the next big bold text should be my name is, and you put your name. And then the next one is I am a software developer. So 3 text, First one will be the biggest. Welcome to my learning classrooms. Second one will be my name is blah blah blah. And then third one will be I am a software developer. Do you understand now? And then each of you should submit the pen before the end of Tuesday. That's before the end of tomorrow. Should I recap again? 50 HTML tags that they close, 50 HTML tags they don't close, and then 20 attributes. After that, go on your code pen. I see that all of you already have an account because all of you already share me your profile. And then create an HTML pen that says welcome to my learning classroom. And then next thing should be my name is your name, and then I am a software developer. So before I close the class, I'm sure most of you might be like, you didn't explain to us how to use code pen. So let me just quickly do that so you guys don't actually have a lot of back and forth. So let me go back to my so you guys can probably have Google you guys can probably have your browser opened on your system now. So, and then go to codepen.io. Codepen.io. So I want to explain to you how you do the last assignment with this remote editor. Are you guys doing what I'm doing? So you go to pen. Let me go back again. After you go to codepen.io, you're meant to see something like this, and then you click pen. Go to codepen.io and then you click pen. When you click on pen, it automatically creates. Oh, am I not? Hey, what's wrong with codepen like this one? All right, so it's meant to show something like this. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Are you guys
Yeah.
seeing? Francis, I'm just seeing you on the video. You're not even you're not seeing anything. Can you hear us? Hello, Francis. Hello. Is he hearing us?
He's actually complaining about his network in the chat.
He previously
Oh,
complained
Francis
about
is
his
complaining about
network.
network.
Yeah.
But then he
Yeah,
can
he
off
can't
his
get
video.
connected.
He can off his video now. His video is actively on this call. Because if you're on video and your network is low, it's going to be taking a lot of network bites. Can off his video now. Somebody should chat him up to off his video so you can comfortably enjoy the call without having stress. And also, is anybody doing that?
Yes.
Okay, great. So Francis, can you hear me now? Okay, can probably not hear us. Okay, so let's just move the call. So you have 3 blocks automatically here in your code pen. Can you guys see that, or am I seeing something different? Can you guys see these 3 blocks on your code pen now? Bethel,
Yes, you see it.
Cody, can you see it?
I see
Jeremiah,
it.
can you see it? Jeremiah, can you see it? Chukwuka Jeremiah, can you see it? We just have a lot of people on this call and they are not replying me. Francis, can you see it? Francis has not been replying. Samuel, can you see it?
Yeah, the HTML, CSS, and the JS.
Yeah, great. All right, so let's move on. So now your demo is going to be written just in this HTML block. The CSS and the JS, we've not actually gotten there yet. So your what's the name? Your demo will be written here, and then it's going to be written in this format. Yep. So you can see this. So I want something like this. So I want something like this. Well, Welcome to my learning classroom. And then the next tag that will say your name, and then the next tag that will say I am a software developer. You guys can probably do a lot, but then that's just the minimum I'm asking. So you guys can probably test the new tags I learn, like legend tags, input tags, form tag, and then when you're done, you can just send me the pen. So once you save the pen, you can save the name of the pen, and then you can just share the pen to me. Do you understand that now?
Yeah.
It's just someone that's talking. Jeremiah, do you understand that now? Just a minute.
How can we share the template?
Yo, so look at, okay, let me try and share this link. All right, so once I save it, let me save it as AXP. So once I save it as AXP, I can press Ctrl S, and then so once I save the name, I'll just press Ctrl S on that same browser. So it generates this link. Can you see this link? Can you see the link now?
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so once you rename the file, just press Ctrl S. It's going to reload that file and then generate a link on this page for you. So rename the file and then press Ctrl S. It generates that link. Do you understand? So now it's this link here that I want you guys to send in the classroom channel, not in the general channel. General channel is for passing general information. Classroom channel is for us to chat and then abuse ourselves. Do you understand? Do you guys understand?
Okay.
Yeah, I understand.
All right, so great. Right now I think we are probably done with the classes. If you want to ask me any question, you can reach out to me in the channel or in my DMs. That's if it's above emergency. But then if you want to reach out, you can also add me on the channel. I'll check it up and then I will reply you, or you can add something or Kelechi. So I think that's really all on my own end. I hope you guys enjoyed the class. If you didn't enjoy the class, I'm sorry. We're just trying to get to use. We're getting to know, or we're getting to get used to ourselves. Don't worry. As time goes on, we'll understand what we like or what we don't like. So I don't know if Kelechi wants to like see anything before we all
Yes,
move and then start doing other things.
definitely. All right, if you're still here and you can hear me, can you put your hands up? Put your hands up in the air. If you're still here and you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm talking about every other person. Okay, I can see Samuel is still here. You can hear me. Chukudi can still hear me. Beto can still hear me. I can't. Francis, are you on this call at all? Can you hear us at all? I think he has an issue with his. So Ikenna, can you hear me? Better. Okay. Jeremiah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Francis, we'll probably have to chat you up later to see what problem is. We cannot hear you. Ikenna, can you hear us? Francis, is that you? Oh, okay. Okay, it's fine. All right. So let's just do a little feedback session. I'll start from Samuel. So tell me how was the class today?
Particularly, well, we are getting used to ourselves, or we are getting to know ourselves better. But I feel, for me, from my hand, I'm okay with the class. The class is perfectly well built. The information was well dispersed, and we are getting to understand some little basic things that we really didn't understand before. So thank you.
All right. Jeremiah, you? Jeremiah? Jeremiah, I can't hear you. All right. I think his network has a little issue. Okay, so Chukudi, your next feedback. How was the class?
Okay. I really enjoyed the class. I think this is my first online class and I enjoyed it.
All right. I want you guys to know that you're.
Kudos.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I want you guys to be really free. We accept both positive and negative feedbacks so that we can try and improve in areas where we need to. Right, so don't be afraid, don't be scared. It's not going to count as an assessment at all. We're not going to use it in scoring you, and so we are typically not Nigerians, right? Okay, so let us have every feedback as it is in your mind. Okay, so Samuel, you already said something, Samuel. Okay, Bethel, you're next. Okay, Jeremiah, are you done? Have you given us a feedback now, Jeremiah? You cannot still hear us. Okay, Bethel, you're next.
Yeah, the class is fun. I enjoyed it. Great.
It's not just whether you enjoyed it or not. Did you get anything?
Yes, sure.
Oh, okay, all right. So Ikenna. Hello, Ikenna. Can you hear me? Hello, Ikenna. Can you hear me? Okay, Ikenna cannot hear me. So let's just go to who else is here. Who else is here? All right. So basically, from those people who can hear me, I think the class was fine today. So like you've heard before, let's be early enough so you don't get to miss anything. I mean, of course, we're gonna post the videos every single class after every session, but then being in class is really important and it counts, right? It's going to count. This is what is going to count. It's not your feedback. This is going to count in your assessment. So do well to come on time. Okay. Thank you so much for coming. So your assignments are all on the chat. Make sure you grab them before we end this call. And do well to submit your assignments. If you have any questions, we will all be on the channel between I think it's 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day. So even tomorrow, you can hit us up between 12 p.m. and 6 p.m. and we'll respond to you. Our channels, you know our names. My name is Kelechi. You see Kelechi on the channel. You also see Adenekon Wonderful on the channel. You will also see Samson on the channel. And other mentors who are not here, like Kachi, you find him. You also find Ori, Chinedu, right? So these guys are people who are there to help you. So hit them up whenever you have an issue, whenever you have something you want to ask, and we would do well to respond as much as we can. Thank you so much. See you.
Sorry.
Yes.
This question, please.
Sorry?
The question. The
Yes.
first 3 assignments.
Okay, go on.
You have to submit it on the first 3 assignments. You have to submit them on the channel, the classroom.
Where do you submit them? Okay, so okay, yeah, so wonderful. Wonderful.
Okay. So your first 3 assignments, I want you guys to go online, and then there's something that we call Dropbox paper. You can search for it. Yeah, so Dropbox paper is like a place to just actually like note things down. It's even for your own good. So if you submit the assignments, you guys can like check up on it later. It's called Dropbox paper. So once you create the Dropbox paper, the ones I told you to write, you write it inside the Dropbox paper, and when you're done, you share the link on the channel too. So I'll be expecting 2 links from you: link to your text assignment and then link to your HTML demo. So 2 links per person, 2 links per person, 2
So
links per
that's
person.
one link to the Dropbox paper and another link to CodePen.
Another link to CodePen. Yeah.
Right. So if you don't know how to use Dropbox paper, you can use
Google Doc. You can use Google Doc.
Whatever online channel you can write whatever you need to write on, and then share with us. You're not going to be sharing a file with us. You're going to be sharing a link with us, right? But make sure that the link is shareable or that we can access it after you share it. If you're using Google Drive, so whatsoever the platform, just be able to share the link with us so that we can have access. So we can have access to it from here. Is that fine, Betel Emmanuel? Betel Emmanuel, is that fine?
Yes, fine.
All right. So great having you guys on the call. We are already 10 minutes late to our call. 11 o'clock is our closing time, and then it was really great talking to all of you guys. You guys should enjoy the day, enjoy yourself. If you still want to stay on the call, you guys can chat to yourself after and then talk to yourself. But right now, we need to like end the record so it doesn't become too lengthy for people that want to rewatch the video or people that want to actually like take the classes from scratch again. So have a nice day. It was nice talking to you guys. I'll see you on Wednesday and on Tuesdays on the chat.
All right.
Are we cool?
Yes, we are. Bye.
Yeah.